Hi everybody, welcome to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way, and welcome to session 175 of our mainline story, campaign 1 of the campaign group known as the Crass Menagerie, our heroes of this story. So picking up where we left off in the last session, the Crass Menagerie all came to after being sucked into Davis's dreamgazing, a ritual guided by a priestess of the Dreamcatcher, Miss Delaney. And due to circumstances which were uncovered being messed with due to Rock's broken engine, a magical artifact that he has, the fact that he used it to cast a metamagic extend spell and did telepathic bond. It happened to be the catalyst that pulled everyone into the dream gazing. While they were dream gazing, they got to go through different glimpses of Davis's backstory. I'm sorry, Ash's backstory. Let me be correct there. And they ended up influencing it somewhat on their own as well. However, they did manage to escape the dream gazing, returning back to reality where they found themselves in different locations. Rock being brought over to the Alabastras, the museum district where Karos and Cielo were previously, and then Davis, Ben, and Allegretto were at the Dreamcatcher's temple. However, after some discussions were done, Gloom went to go retrieve the group at the Dreamcatcher's temple, and Gloom is a Unveiler monk, one of the allies that they have that they've interacted with multiple times. And eventually the Crass Menagerie gathered all together in the White Alabastras, where they decided it was time to come clean with everybody on different aspects of their backstories to certain degrees, and mostly focusing on what the hell they experienced in the dream gazing. There, Davis had a difficult time dealing with his past in an emotional sense. But the menagerie talked and listened. Ben used his zone of truth in a very creative way to help unlock some of Davis's forgotten memories and try to trauma forgotten memories, I should say.
Yeah.
And to kind of understand all the little bits and pieces that were uncovered. Some key things that were revealed, or little threads of commonality that came to the forefront, were that Davis, Karos, and Ben have some sort of history with illithids, though very different from each other's. There was also the understanding that within the dream, the whale that was in the dream represented another entity that was brought into the dream, and because the checks were high enough, the players figured this out fairly quickly, but the characters understand that because Rock uses telepathic bond to talk to the entity on the other side of the bag of devouring, that brought in an aspect of the entity into the dream as well. And towards the very end of the session, once all the information was given as best as it could be, going down memory lane, Davis walked out for a bit, came back, coming up with a really bad idea in his mind, which would be to contact his old captain, and then walked out again. And then I took the liberty as Karos to suggest to Cielo that he should go shadow Davis. But I don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to pick up, my players are cool, right around the time that Davis leaves again. Because all of you have high insights. You guys all know that he's in his mind is a maelstrom right now. So it is towards the evening. Y'all are in the Alabaster Museum, but you are actually on the Alabastras, so where the monks live, on the same court ground, in a room where they were taking care of Rock, Cielo, and Karos. That's where all of you have been talking. The chalk and incense circle is still on the ground that Ben drew to represent his zone of truth. Yeah, that's where we pick up. So, what do you guys want to do?
Not everybody all at once.
What? Davis?
I'm gone.
Who said that?
He's got you there.
Yeah. So the last thing that, again, Yellow, you would have heard, and it's as if I was cool with it. I said Karos would have, like, said, "Hey, shadow him. Keep an eye on Davis. If you want to oblige, you can."
Absolutely. I love
Come
missions
on,
like that.
do it.
Okay.
100%. Already on it.
And y'all go ahead. I'm gonna try to talk as little as possible right now. It's all on you. No idea what direction.
And do we have any clue as what direction, or should I look for something like footpaths?
That's up to you. He did not leave. Like, he just left again. You know what I mean? Like, he came back in, popped in, said that stupid idea of his, as he called it, a terrible idea.
Oh yeah.
And then as you waited, as Carlos waited to hear his footsteps kind of go a little bit further from the door, not too far.
He said shadow him.
Yeah.
I'll look to Karos and give him like a cheeky nod with a stupid smile and a really corny thumbs up. But then my fur fades first, but then you just see my eyes, and I'm gonna try to stick to the shadows, but I'm gonna try to feather myself through the door before it closes behind them.
Yeah. Go for it. All right. So go ahead and give me that stealth check.
Minimum of
Oh
20.
wow.
And I might ask, because yourself, Karos, and Rock were, undressed for medical reasons and kind of put in simple garbs.
Yeah, we did get back dressed.
Yeah, did you grab anything?
Absolutely, but I have just a cloak and whatever. Most I'm small, and I have just that really. I don't have that much I don't have armor.
Right.
You know.
Well, you wouldn't have time to strap on your leather armor, but if you wanted to grab your quick cloak or something, or to grab something, you can.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really what I would get. Yeah.
All right. So, and then what did you roll for stealth?
25.
Minimum 25.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Davis being not paying attention. What is his passive?
16.
Yeah. Okay. Easy. You've traveled with Davis for a couple weeks now. Is it maybe 3 weeks? I don't even remember at this
Yeah,
point.
it's like less than you'd think, given how long it's in real life we've been doing this.
Yeah.
I think it is 3 weeks.
Yeah, so you quickly pick up on his footsteps. You kind of slink out, and you know how to kind of sneak around. And right now, being Davis is kind of in his own head, it's really easy to track him without being seen.
Yeah, I will say you'll notice. Normally he walks with his head held pretty high. Right now it's not held very high, and it's a little bit of a slower walk than usual.
Uh, Davis, any direction in particular you're
I
going, or you're just
told
trying?
you at the end of last
Yeah,
session. So
I know.
that
I
direction.
need you that direction. Okay, I wasn't sure if it changed.
Nah, that's the one.
Okay.
So I guess
I'm
I mean,
gonna
yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna follow at about 12 feet behind.
Oh, well, okay, got it. All right, I
And
gotcha.
I'm gonna keep a really keen eye on his head. It's just to make sure if he starts turning his head, I could Looney Tunes hide behind a barrel.
I love it.
Or
Okay.
minor illusion 1.
I guess so. Very cool. All right. Yeah, actually, minor illusion behind one. Keep in mind that you did take a feat recently that makes you a little bit better at your non-concentration, non-damaging cantrip.
Yes, and I'm also faster. Super fast.
All right, I feel like a terrible DM. I know you sent it to me, and I know I read it today, but now I can't find where you went. Oh yeah, okay, I found it. Yep. All right, yeah, though, as you're just shadowing Davis, you see that he kind of. You guys have been to this. Davis and the crew have been here more often than you have, but even you, in the short amount of time that you've known the Crass Menagerie, has come to the Alabasters a few times now, and you kind of you kind of get the general sense of the layout, and you can very quickly pick up on kind of the direction that he's going. But if you want to, go ahead and give me a survival check, just in case if you wanted to maybe like get in front of him or just have more confidence in case you.
Nice. 30.
30. Yeah, he's direction that he's going, even trying to like kind of get in his head. He seems like somebody that would just want to go outside and clear their mind. He's heading towards the courtyards. Where you've seen it with Karos just recently. That's where the monks go and they spend time doing sand art, pottery art. They make it very beautiful out there. But yeah, he's definitely going to the sky, or he's going outside to get some fresh air. And since it is nighttime, with the 30, I will keep that in mind. So, Davis, as you're kind of walking through, there's always a little bit of a presence here of some monk-like individuals walking through. One of them kind of sees you kind of walking by and then just pleasantly kind of, puts up their hand and waves.
Yeah. I'll do the kind of forced smile and acknowledge the head nod.
And he's a good evening, and kind of walks by you.
What an ass.
And yeah, so and Cielo, the person as they walk by, you kind of get up against like the wall. They don't even seem to notice you. They weren't expecting. They definitely
I
weren't
think it was out
expecting.
of the way, they would have ran me over.
So for the remaining 4 of my players, as you guys are kind of still in the room, anything you guys are doing, anything you guys want to do, or comes to mind? Al, I know you have some laundry duties or drying.
That's true.
He's definitely on top of that. He's like, man, I got distracted by all the, like talking about everything. I'm sorry. Get the salt water and barnacle smell off of you. I'm just making the rounds. But anytime small talk begins, I get distracted and stop playing again.
So any small talk going on between the 4 of you right now, or kind of absorbing all the information that was recently put before everybody?
I feel like Al would be more on the deep thought, somber, quiet kind of side of things. His playing is a little slower than usual for his presentation song.
Makes sense. All right. Right with that, about 5 minutes will pass. Uh, still kind of spending some time taking care of your comrades' equipment and all that. Uh,
Yeah, I think Karos would start getting up and getting changed and putting all of his normal stuff back on.
right.
Yes.
Karos, as you're kind of going over to kind of look, uh, when you go to the equipment and you kind of start grabbing things, you kind of instinctively, grab around your neck to see if your little reminder is there. It's not. I don't know how that affects you or not.
I think he'll freeze in the moment that he notices it's not there. And just kind of like meticulously go through, like, kind of that thing of like he's split, right? Like he's shaken, but he realizes that there's not really anything going on here, so he's kind of in like compartmentalized mode right now.
Go ahead and
So
give me an investigation check just to see how how steady you are at finding your thing. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
no problem. Yeah, he'd basically kind of have like his little moment where it's like look around real fast and just be like, it's probably with everything else, so I'm just gonna start looking.
A little flustered. You go through your stuff at least one time, you don't find it, and you go back through it again, and you start looking, and Al and Ben will for sure pick up on it. Ben will kind of pick up that you're flustered. Al and Rock will also kind of, but then on your third kind of pass through, it's just kind of was like tucked in neatly, you know, uh, underneath like one of the folds of your armor. I kind of put it in there, and you find it, and you kind of pull it out, look at it, do with it as you wish.
I think in this moment he's not gonna put it around his neck again. He's going to put it in a bag, one of his bags. That's whether it's one of the bags that's close, right? Like an interior pack down somewhere specific.
You're not gonna put it in the bag of devouring, just
No,
checking.
no.
All right. With that, Al continues to kind of help drive people's equipment. Karas, you manage to start strapping yours on. Bible is, ever faithful by Rock's side. And we'll go ahead and retransition to Davis. You've made your way out to the courtyard. Yeah, explain what you're doing.
Yeah, I imagine there's like along some of the paths, there's like benches or something like that. Frankly, I would just lay down on a bench, stare into the night sky.
All right. Yellow, as you kind of slip outside, you see what Davis described with a natural 30 on your survival as you see him laying there, or I say natural 30, with a total
With
of
a
a
30.
30. With a total of a 30. You see him laying there, looking up. Go ahead and give me a nature check at advantage. A dirty 30. Yeah. Mr. Cielo, when you can. Donnie,
How
you
wow.
with the web.
Sorry, I started building this and I totally missed last thing you said.
It's fine. Go ahead and give me a nature check at advantage. The fact that you got a 30 on your survival and you're kind of seeing what Davis is doing probably will do him.
Oh
Jeez.
God.
I mean, reliable
All
talent
right.
though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Davis is just okay. Yeah, Davis is on the bench looking up. Yeah. You
And
don't.
this is still like you mentioned he was heading towards.
He's
I
outside.
think the location was called Sand or something,
So,
Sandy
so
something.
outside. So he's outside in the courtyard. He's inside one of the many courtyards. And when you and Carlos were walking through them earlier in the day, if you remember a few sessions ago, but like monks spend time here doing sand art or attending to the flowers. It's always very well maintained. It's part of like their training and discipline as well.
Sand
So,
arts. They have like the raked gardens. Is that what you're talking about?
great garden, all that stuff.
Got you. Okay.
And there's benches, as Davis said, and Davis is just out there laying on a bench, kind of looking up.
Oh, he's laying on the bench.
Yep.
Oh,
Hmm. I'm not one for interrupting meditation, but
I don't like that, but
That's fine. You need a little time to think?
I think well, I don't even think I need time to think. I'm gonna sit at the back of the bench really quietly, but I don't want to interrupt his meditation if he's like
Sure.
looking up, thinking ponderously. I'm gonna be around.
Do you
I'm
want
not
him?
gonna be obvious yet.
Okay, gotcha. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Just as it's a new approach. Davis is obviously distracted.
oh,
Okay, yeah, no,
Jesus.
no way. Okay, 34 total stealth. Yeah, Davis, you are on a bench by yourself.
By myself, nobody else around.
No one else around. It's
The wind
peaceful.
blows and you know you're alone. You just
Yeah.
know it.
The only time you realize that you're not alone is like when a stray bat kind of swoops in, just kind of going after some little bug or whatnot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I told you that I would be looking for messages.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wasn't sure if you were going to say that out loud or not. Okay,
Sure.
cool. Yeah. Go ahead and you can give me your choice of a survival
Okay.
or what was the other one? Really, it's survival that comes to mind. But if you have some sort of argument for something else, you can let me know.
I would. Depends on if you would allow me to use animal handling. If that makes any sense at all, given that my kind of bonded spirit animal has given me messages in the stars in the past. That would be my only
Sure.
argument.
Yeah, you could. I will try to incorporate that
Yeah, you
then.
could change the DC, obviously, but
A different approach, yeah.
yeah, sure. Here we go. Hey, there we go. 23 with animal handling.
All right, that's strange. So, what are you looking for? Like, if I may ask,
It's
like if you were imagining Davis, what is Davis looking for?
well, yeah. So Davis in the moment is kind of down on himself. He feels like he, you know, screwed up. Even though against all logic, he didn't really do anything wrong, but he feels like he put people in a bad place. And normally his thing is the very opposite of that, right? Like to make everybody more prepared and more ready for bad things, instead of bringing the bad things to them. So he's just kind of, and then confronted with this, or I guess presented with this new information that like, that the higher powers can speak through various ways, including one that he kind of understands now. So it's kind of just trying to hone in on this newfound uh, gift or power or ability, however you want to look at it. He kind of sees it as a little bit of all three, and so he's kind of tapping into. I even might even after like a little bit of looking and kind of just seeing stars, he might even hear him whispering to himself. Especially Cielo might hear him whispering to himself. Is like, Agni, can you tell me like what are we supposed to do with all this? Like, what am I supposed to do with all this? Like, why did all this happen? I don't get it. The dream stuff didn't make any sense. Like, come on. You know. So just kind of trying to reach without and within kind of at the same time to sort of see if you can make sense of any of it.
Okay. So Cielo, you'll hear Davis kind of muttering to himself, looking, quiet. Uh, for a time, Davis, it'll feel kind of going down the road of you being down and depressed. It'll feel a little bit more hopeless. You're not picking up on anything. Stupid stars and the stupid night sky doesn't really make sense. Uh, what is a reasonable amount of time, and what would be what would be pushing it for you if you were just to like lay on the bench just trying to figure something out? What do you think?
Because it's kind of late, right? It's not like evening anymore. It's just straight up night, I think, right?
Nighttime, yeah. At this point, it's just nighttime based on the travel discussions. Just, it's
Um,
nighttime. You're out. The moons are out. You can look at the fancy little widget, see which moons are where.
Oh yeah, believe me, I know. I'd say anything beyond like 10 to 15 minutes is 10 to 15 minutes is probably the max.
Okay, so not the most patient table.
No,
Got it.
no, no,
All
no,
right.
no. It's like this kind of just worked before. Like it made sense. Like I shouldn't have to, this meditation and like patience isn't super his thing. So, yeah.
All right, so your 10 minutes will pass, and you're just gone quiet, just kind of staring, and you find yourself trying to force connections, trying to imagine lines connecting with different stars that you see, trying to draw pictures. Kind of like how people look at daytime clouds and see images. You're trying to do the same thing with the stars and the constellation. And nothing really seems to be coming together.
Yeah.
As the next 5 minutes kind of pass, you find yourself taking a deep breath and kind of forcing yourself to sit up.
Damn.
And as you sit up, what's your passive perception?
16.
16. No idea that you have a visitor behind you, but you see a visitor kind of in one of the little shrub beds. You see the little shrubs begin to kind of shake a little bit, and you catches your attention. You kind of look at it, and then
Just reflexively, I will summon a Redeemer. Partially because I was going to do that anyway to get up and walk, but I'll just summon a Redeemer and stare.
so as you summon the Redeemer, the little shaking in the little shrub does it once again, and you see a little uh, toad kind of hop out, and it kind of croaks at you, looks at you.
Actually,
Does,
real quick, just as that happens, I'll look up to the sky and be like, do I see anything about like, frogs in there? Did I miss a frog message? Just like real quick scan, like, because it feels like
yeah,
there's a sign being sent to me, even though it could be very merely coincidence.
I get you. Yeah, as you kind of scan,
No,
nothing
no frogs.
frog-like, and yeah.
Okay.
And as you look back down, the frog leaps one more time, and then the bushes shake again, and as a little blur of orange leaps out and pounces, and both paws just kind of on top of the toad, as a little fox was hunting in the night. And it kind of reaches down, starts kind of, doing its business to the toad, getting a snack.
Yum,
I'll
frog
actually,
legs.
I'll actually even just whisper, just like, Agni? I've just
And as
watched.
you kind of, yeah, and as I kind of picture you maybe like kneeling down or kind of
Yeah,
squatting
kind
down.
of. Yeah, like without not wanting to disturb it, but like
Yeah,
certainly wanting to be observant of it and being like, what's going on? This is weird, like coincidental.
yeah. And as you kind of get down, the Redeemer kind of catching some of the starlight, kind of, glowing a little bit. The fox notices you because your boot kind of heavy under some of like the loose kind of pebble walkways and stuff. It kind of gets his attention, looks up at you. The light from the Redeemer kind of catches its eyes, and they kind of sparkle back towards you, and it just runs through your legs and is kind of going off in their direction.
Yeah, I'll turn around, follow it, follow it, or not follow it, but like watch it skitter away, I guess.
Okay, as you watch it kind of run about 30 feet or so, it stops, looks up at the night sky. What do
I'll
you do?
follow it, I guess.
Okay. As you start to step forward, kind of following it, it looks up, and then it just starts to run away again.
Yeah, I'll just keep following it. If it seems like it's actually, yeah, even if it starts running, I'll run after it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check to try to track this thing at nighttime.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna follow at like 12 feet away.
Yeah, I figured.
What's funny is I'm
it'll
gonna
be
lose
another.
it, and you're gonna be like, "It's right there." uh,
I'm kind of thinking that's how it's gonna set up, actually.
funny. 13. So.
Yeah, you kind of see it for a little bit, and it starts to kind of go. They're quick when they need to be, and it kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
sprints off. Cielo, go ahead and give me that stealth check just to make sure that.
I mean, my passive can't
I
ever see him.
understand, but it's
Yeah, for sure.
in case I notice.
I'm gonna roll anyway. I like rolling.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, as you're running, Davis, you kind of see it, and it looks up, and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna follow this fox, and it kind of runs off. You begin to kind of chase after it. Having kind of a hard time keeping up and seeing it, but you manage to, for a short amount of time, you're able to kind of keep up with it. You do anything? Are you calling out to it? Are you thinking about anything? Like, what's
Oh
going through
yeah,
your
I'm
mind?
just thinking like, is he trying to show me where to go or something? What is he doing? You know.
No. But Ciel, you're watching all this kind of stalking. You clearly, are going unnoticed. And Davis, as you get a little bit closer to it for the first time, the fox will kind of stop at one point, look back towards you,
Oh,
look up at the night sky, and then it'll start running towards you. Kind of.
okay.
What do you do?
It's rabid.
It must be put down. um, I will actually, given so in the dream we were just playing around, like we just kind of like spun around together. Like I didn't pick him up or anything like that, right?
You're remembering. Yeah, it was just you as a kid having fun with the fox,
Yeah.
playing chase.
I will actually like kneel down as if to kind of just accept whatever, if he's gonna come in to kind of come play, or if he's even gonna come in to try and fight me, then whatever.
Okay. Animal handling check. Por favor. This is where I was expecting an animal handling check.
Okay. Just warming up the animal handling checks.
Yeah.
Okay,
I see.
16.
Okay. Alright. So as it kind of turns and it kind of does like a long exaggerated, not turning on a dime, but more like a long exaggerated turn, and then it starts to sprint towards you. You kind of get down, kind of reaching out to maybe try to boop it or catch it, and it gets real close to you, and it just kind of darts to the side, almost making you kind of lose your balance as you're trying to kind of trace it with your arm, maybe trying to touch it.
Right.
And Yellow, you see Davis kind of fall back on his on his back a little bit. The fox kind of runs a little bit and just kind of turns back, spins a little bit, and sits there and waits.
I mean, these guys are always playful, but I was hoping for a little bit more than just playtime. I'll try and, right myself and sort of, I don't know, still just kind of looking for it to, like, for something to do. Like, he's not picking up, I don't think, anything other than just following.
Gotcha. So it'll, again, another time it'll kind of run towards you again. And as you try to do the same thing, again, unsuccessfully playing tag or getting it, it's not attacking you or that, and you right yourself. Cielo, go ahead, and Davis, you both, go ahead and give me insight checks.
Okay. Very average for me. 16.
For you, and then
Oh
Yellow.
boy.
It's an animal, damn it. Yeah. Davis, like you said, they're playful. Why is this one wanting to play with you? I don't know.
Yeah, foxes do that.
Yeah.
This one just ate, so.
So you mentioned there's like the moon thing that we have. What phase is the moon in right now?
They're both
so both
waning.
waning.
They were new. They were both new simultaneously a week and a half ago, or almost 2 weeks ago.
I am only seeing Luna. I'm mostly seeing only Luna. Once in a while,
It's
I
only
see
when
Luna.
they change. If you click on any day, you'll see both.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, got it. Cool.
Yeah, so we're on a Friday. So the previous Sunday they were both new moons. So they're both relatively full, but they're waning.
While Davis is weirdly playing with the fox in the middle of the night, I feel a little weird now that I feel like I've been stalking. um, I mean, rightfully so. I have my reasons. I'm it's like I don't know if I just like do the WoW like break stealth or something like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a nice place up in the trees that's close by, and I'm not hiding anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna start playing my pan flute,
Okay.
and it calls small animals, and you know.
Yeah, I know you're saying touch and flute.
Nice.
Yeah. I need to read the description on it though.
I don't know if I put a special description on my pan flute yet. I think it's just pan flute right now.
Oh, okay. Then I'll have to,
I can find it real quick. Let me I have the power of Google. Hold on.
yeah.
Oh, is it a non-normal pan flute? There's a special pan flute.
It actually,
That's
yeah, it
professional pan.
attracts critters and
Gotcha.
yeah, I don't remember the exact.
I
Yeah,
don't
because
remember the name either. I'm looking for
yeah,
it.
yeah. When you find it, let me know. I just remember I said, yeah, that's fine. You can have it. I remember
I
saying,
remember the only effect that it has is it just attracts small woodland animals
Okay.
like squirrels,
Yeah, that
foxes,
makes sense.
whatever. It doesn't do anything special. No like effect.
yeah. So Davis, as you continue to try to a few more attempts with the fox,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
start getting visibly frustrated, I'm sure, after the first 3.
okay. As you start to build up your frustration, go ahead and give me a charisma check. Technically, it would be intimidation.
Oh, okay.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
16. My third 16 in a row.
That is still enough. Like
Yeah.
the fox picks up on your frustrations, and what was more like kind of fun play now it's starting to kind of get a little bit more timid. Its ears are starting to get a little bit not like waspy and pinned back, but, kind of more in a cautious way, and it's starting to.
Less predator, more prey,
You know,
kind of.
yeah, but it's more you're the predator,
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
prey. And what you kind of get that shifting dynamic, uh, and it starts to, rather than circle back and make another run for you, it starts to kind of just look at you one more time and then begin to just kind of walk away. Uh, that's when you'll notice it, and you'll hear a little pleasant flute sounds on the wind, actually surprisingly close to you. Uh, and you'll see that the fox, as it begins to kind of trot away from you, begins to picks up, hears the sound, and begins to kind of trot over to a tree. And Cielo, you'll notice that bats will start to swoop on by. Some lizards that were sleeping in the area kind of wake up and start kind of climbing on by. Uh, Whatever squirrels might be living in the tree begins to kind of rustle and kind of wake up and start to scurry on by. Uh, Davis, as you kind of notice this, you'll see that there's a small collection of creatures gathering around this tree that's making a whistling sound.
Yeah, so kind of just frustrated and about ready to give up. I'll look over. I mean, so do I see the little bunny friend?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
hiding.
I am not hiding. I
Oh.
am not hiding anymore.
Yeah.
Cielo?
Hey, I see you got a friend.
That looks like he's your friend now.
More your friend than mine.
Yeah, and it's just a fox. I don't know.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure of much right now.
Well, these are just lizards.
Okay.
There's a squirrel that's not asleep yet.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me, but what are you doing out here?
Uh, well, I mean, yeah, we just talked about how we want full honesty and openness. I was looking to see if I could read disguise like I did in the dream gazing, and maybe it's only something I can do in dreams. I don't know, because I didn't see anything. And then I thought maybe, oh, this fox came out right, as I'd seemed to give up, but I think it's just a fox. Like, I guess they're just native to this area or something. I don't know.
Could be. But
Yellow, go ahead and go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Seal.
does it have to be just a fox? Were you looking for something more?
Yeah, I was, but I think it's just a fox.
Well, do you know what you're looking for then?
No, I mean other than I guess direction, advice, insight. I mean, we'll
I'm
talk.
gonna look at the fox. What is the fox doing?
I'll look at the
Fox, right now that you stopped playing, the fox just kind of looked up at the tree and then was looking at Davis, back to being. Oh God! Don't type that. No, bad, bad.
Hmm.
Uh, now that it stopped, you stopped playing your flat for a moment.
Yeah.
The fox looked towards Davis again, not in the same like intimidated kind of cautious way. It seems to like kind of had reset. Looks back up at the sky. Looks back at the tree, and then it hears some rustling in the grass, and it kind of goes into like predator mode. And there's like a little something kind of scurrying through the grass, and it starts to kind of pounce after it.
I baited a chipmunk to a fox.
I mean, that fox just ate, but I guess I could eat some more. Um,
If I may, this is what I was asking. Stella, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
I think it's Arcana. Yeah, they would be Arcana.
I have proficiency. Do I get advantage?
You get proficiency in
you
it.
get your proficiency bonus.
Come on.
I
What if?
get advantage. Oh, nice.
I'm a lawyer.
No, you're good.
Damn.
Nice.
So when you asking Davis, are you sure it's just a fox? You sure about your exposure to being a Fey lost obviously has you sometimes be able to read between the lines in ways that other people don't pick up on. One of the common things that you picked up on was the the fox was looking up at the night sky from time to time, and having traversed the Fey vines and all that, that emotions can be very potent and very powerful. Uh, Emotions can literally bind you and lock you up, but they can also help set you free and help things in a different way. Davis in the dream was very happy when he was chasing the fox, was having fun, was like, a kid having fun. And he wasn't looking for anything in particular. The fact that Davis is not having fun and the fact that Davis is trying to force this to work is probably why he can't read anything up in the night sky. Lay on some Feybind wisdom onto this orc. He needs you. This orc needs you.
Davis, I do this a lot. I like coming out here. If you're lost like I've been most of my life, sometimes you kind of need to just pick a direction and go, even if you think it might be wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes the foot in front of the other is the hardest and more important part, even if it's directionally challenged.
Hmm.
I mean, look up at the moons.
I look up at the moon.
I found Ben by following the moon.
Interesting.
I found something when I had nothing. I didn't have a direction either.
Were you looking for something?
And it's, well, I'm not sure yet. But I'm not going to find it by staying still.
Okay, that makes sense.
If I go the wrong direction at the end, I knew it was wrong. I can go back.
That's yeah, that does make sense.
I hope so, because it still doesn't make sense to me. It sounded good, but I still follow the moon.
Which one?
The bright one. I know they're both bright.
No, one is less bright for sure, right? Loon
Yeah,
is less bright.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, your fox friend seems to keep looking up at the moons.
Yeah.
So maybe they're looking in the same direction as me.
I mean, I'll keep looking, I guess, but I just didn't see anything at the moment. But you know, maybe some other time.
Well, what do you need direction for? I don't even know what your goal is. I don't know what mine is.
That's the thing. This is like, I mean, I know what my goal in life is, and it's, for now at least, my goal kind of aligns with basically doing whatever this group that we're in does, because we do amazing things and help lots of people, and that's kind of what I want. So
That's very noble of you.
it's, to me, it's kind of penance for, I mean, you guys saw I was part of a bad crew, and I feel like I need to make up for bad things.
That's again very noble.
I mean, is it?
I mean, I've done plenty of not the best things by people, so I understand.
Okay.
I've done a lot of good, especially with y'all.
Yeah,
I would say.
you and Ben both. Yeah.
Well, Ben's mostly the one that wants to do all the good, but we work good together too. So I wouldn't say all of my intentions are just benevolence.
No,
Because
but
really, what I'm looking for is more selfish than anything.
yeah, intentions kind of, I don't know. I feel even if you're acting in the best intentions, you can still hurt people, and that's one of the things that a friend of mine taught me, and that's kind of what led me on this path. Is I had the best, well, I don't know about the best. I had pretty good intentions even when I was doing, when I was basically robbing people, and I was even hurting people sometimes. I thought I was doing something good, but I didn't understand. And so intentions are nice, but it's not everything. But you, I think you've
Yeah.
been doing good things. The only kind of, mean-spirited things are just little intergroup fun things, and that's fun. That's okay. Little prank stuff. That's okay. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry about. I'm sorry about duping you at the bucking meds. Are we okay? Is that okay? I'm sorry. It was just a little prank.
What do you mean?
I-
Of course it's okay.
Okay,
I
okay.
followed you out here. I want you to know that.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. You did? Why?
Yeah, I already duped you
Were
in
you
like the
worried or
past
something?
15 minutes. I mean, a little. Well, I was also told to follow you by the big fluffy man,
Interesting. Okay.
but I also
Thank
felt
you
like
for
you were
telling me.
great. It was worth following you for a lot of reasons, and I like doing this myself too.
Yeah, I got
I
that.
come out here and look at the moon a lot. I find a lot of direction because I I didn't have all the memories that we just graciously walked through on accident. It's like we tied our
Sorry.
shoes and fell into your memories. I
Yeah,
mean,
sorry about that.
hey, that's okay. I'm glad you got to experience those. I don't really have those.
Dreams
So,
or memories?
I yeah, I don't I don't remember how I ended up here, but I don't think I belong here, if that makes sense.
I mean, we can talk more about
So,
it if you want, but I'll say I think you belong in this group, and I think you fit in great.
well, the group is one thing. I mean materia. I
Oh,
just on a night just like this,
wait.
right?
If not
A cool
materia,
breeze.
where do you think you belong?
The moon was above just like tonight. It was just enough light to barely see. And that's the first memory I have, waking up on the forest floor alone. That's all I remember. I've never had direction,
How,
anything more than the moon.
how long ago was this?
I don't have a watch.
I mean, how many moons ago, right?
Um, this was probably about 9, 10 years ago.
Huh. Okay. If you want to talk about it, we can. But I mean,
I'm gonna bore your fox friend if we keep going on like that.
As you look for the fox, the fox is gone.
yeah, I was gonna
The
say,
fox.
no. Um, yeah, we should do this more often. If maybe just even just hang out and follow the moon. But I don't know. I feel I've got to. I think I have to go back and see how everybody else is doing, and if anybody else has any more questions, I feel like I might have to answer. I feel like my night's not done, even though it's pretty
No.
late.
Well, sure, it is late. But whatever you were looking for, I I hope to help you find some direction. And
Okay.
again, I'm not a charitable bunny, you know? I
I mean, Ben
I'm
does tell you
looking
not to
for
steal.
what I'm looking for answers of what happened. How did I end up here? And so far helping others, Ben told me it would help. And so far it has.
Okay. Well, don't.
And if direction is something you're looking for, I found a lot of direction by kind of doing this.
Okay.
There's a lot of introspection to be done. So maybe we should talk again sometime.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'll jump down from the tree. So you ready to go back?
Guess I'll ever be. Yeah.
If you say so. It
Let's
is
go.
pretty night out here, though.
It is. It's very clear, which is nice.
Do you like my song?
I did. It was pretty. I don't. I mean, I've heard you play before, but I don't know. There's something to this particular tune that just felt soothing. It was nice.
The animals really like it too. It's one of the few things that I had with me when I woke up.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need to talk more about that.
I'm sure we will.
Okay.
As
You're
you
the
guys,
only one that knows, though.
Do you wanna follow me back?
I'm not gonna hide this time, but yeah.
Do you wanna hide as you do it?
Mm, that comes naturally.
Do you want me to? Okay, that's fine.
No, let's go.
Okay.
as you guys are walking and talking, the soft grass underfoot changes into a crunchy kind of sand texture as you guys weren't necessarily paying too much attention and you walk through some of the raked sand fields here, ruining a lot of work, but it's okay. uh, Making your way back on a little pebbled path, heading back into the Alabastras, likely to go meet up with your friends.
Yep.
Uh, 30 minutes or so in total would have passed. Uh, Karos, Rock. Karos, at this point, you can be. Al, you're done with your laundry duties. Rock, Karos, and Al, you can be as, you know, uh, dressed in your own attire as you wish at this point, knowing it is nighttime. Um, you'll hear a couple footsteps come up to the door, and the door swings, and you'll see that it's Davis using his Redeemer as like a walking stick, and Cielo not hiding at all, just side by side with him.
Hey, look, I found a stray.
Who said that? Oh, hey, welcome back, Davis.
Hey.
Oh, there's Yellow. Hey.
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
Just haze all around.
Cielo, I think.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife stuck her head in, so I was making sure I didn't miss something.
Ben will look at you, Davis. Are you okay?
Better, for sure. Thanks
Better,
to
good.
thanks to Cielo here. He helped out. Um, and yeah, I'm ready again. I know it's been a lot, but if there's anything else we need to talk about, I'm ready if we need to. But I'm also, you know, we I don't know. I'm here for whatever we need.
He just needed a moment. So did I.
Yeah, it's really nice outside.
It is. Ben would know that I kind of do the same thing every so often.
Yup, yup, yup. Ben will say, I feel we forgetting something.
Huh?
Or tomorrow?
Wait, hold. Doesn't he have tongues or something, or did that wear off?
For an hour. No,
Yeah, hour would
Oh,
have.
so it passed. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
You're outside forever.
He'll say it. He'll say it in Celestial one more time just to see if it's a little clear. Don't we have some commitment tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Well, gosh, almost today at this point, right? Karos, did you say we got uniforms? I think.
Get out!
Kyle.
Everybody's falling asleep at the computer today. Long week.
I'm here. Please ask again.
Didn't you say we got uniforms or something?
Oh yeah. Uh, well, wait. Would we? So how long have you guys been out there total?
A total of about 30 to 40 minutes. Since Davis left, so since the moment Davis left and Cielo shadowed him, it was about 30, 40 minutes tops.
I kind of feel like it'd be like once we got ready, we'd probably, or at least Karos would be like ready to go. But then like, oh wait, yeah, I don't know. It seems like it'd be awkward to still be there right now. Is there anybody else that's not of our group still in the room?
Not in the room, but if you were to, at some point when Carlos said you stepped out and you kind of looked around, see what was going on, across the ways, uh, the dwarven medical assistant is still on the area or on the grounds, as he's accompanied with a couple unveilers. They're playing some card games, kind of chilling, kind of keeping an eye on the group in a way, but loosely, because you guys aren't like under watch or anything.
Yeah.
Uh, and it is proper nighttime at this point. Did you go and interact with them maybe during the downtime?
I think like searching for his stuff, getting packed up and dressed probably would have been like, we'll say 15 minutes, because heavy armor takes 10 minutes to don.
So you got fully dressed, is what you're saying, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Karos would have basically, after he told Cielo to go look after him, he would have started getting ready to at least getting all of his stuff on, because there's comfort in being ready for trouble. Not that I think it's one of those things where like your mind is active, and if you stop and think specifically about the situation or where you are and what you're doing, that there's nothing going on. But then when you're just doing things, your mind's like racing as far as like, oh, and then what if this happened, and what if this happened, and then what if this happened, and like, it's like, I didn't think I was gonna go into a dreamscape, and I wasn't ready for that. So
Gotcha.
So you're
Okay.
a prepper.
where he's kind of like quietly, like his mind is just kind of racing, but nothing productive is happening. It's like if any guy fellas out there have had this, where you're like shopping with somebody shopping, you're not really actively shopping for anything, and you just start thinking, man, what if somebody came in here and started robbing the place? And and then like you have that where your brain is just like manufacturing a situation that is likely not going to be happening to you here right now, and
Yeah.
it just kind of cycles through like, what would I do? Would I hide? Would I hit? Would I go? It's like that's kind of what he's doing, is he's just sort of going through the motions of getting ready.
Understood.
So who else is still in the room? Is
Everybody has returned to the room. If you wanted to do something before, it would be everybody but Davis and Cielo.
um
If I can add one thing,
sure.
I think when you walk off, I would probably keep drying off everybody, finish the prestidigitation stuff. But at some point, you would want to look for a caregiver. I don't know. This would be after your bit, or maybe it intersects.
Probably intersects with, yeah.
Cool, cool. Alright, I'm walking in. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Chris, there you are. Sorry, go ahead.
So who are you looking for? Just a caregiver in general?
Yeah, some they were watching over
Yeah.
Cielo Rock during
You would find
during
that same room across the way. It would be uh, the male dwarven uh, assistant, medical assistant, and then you're just at Baylor's, and they're just sitting around and playing some cards.
and Cars there.
Up to Karas if he wants to be here or not.
I think if you were drying everything, you would have seen me getting ready and all that. And I think maybe he would have looked out the door and seen them. But if it's like, okay, it's been like 15 minutes. I'm already. Everybody else looks possibly ready. And just be like, I suppose we could get going. Although I not sure someone will want to get a hold of CLO and let them know. I guess, are we heading back to Buckingham's or what's? Sorry, I'm a little
No, you're good. Guess we have some options.
like unfocused.
We can ask them how long we can stick around, but yeah, it's probably best if we head to Bucking Mads once we get everybody back together. Oh,
Checkout is at 11.
whoa, no. Guy always scares me. No. Yeah, I was gonna actually ask the caregivers a couple questions. You wanna tag along? We can figure it out together real quick. I'm sure they'll give us a little more leeway. I don't think we're a burden. I hope we're not.
Sure.
And I guess we'd find that the dwarf you were talking about, Adam.
He's just, in the room across the way, kind of set up, ready to observe you guys as needed, check in on you guys as needed. But as I mentioned, two Invalers and him are just sitting there playing cards.
Hey. All right. Knock on the door frame.
Uh,
Hey,
one of the
Allegretto.
nice to meet you, Allegretto. What can I do for you?
Um, I recognize you from when we arrived a bit earlier. Were you helping watch over my friends when they were in the
Yeah,
dreamscape? All that nonsense going on?
uh, yes, I came here with Joel to make sure everybody was going to be okay, and it looks like physically everything checks out with your friends.
Good, good. Yeah, they seem fine so far, aside from the seawater and barnacle smell, which is a whole nother story. But first off, I want to thank you for keeping an eye on them. That was we did not expect it to go that way at all.
It was
So it's nice
very
to know we have
yes.
friends and helpful people in places like this. But quick question. The turtle, his name's Rock. He's got these two little machinations, weird little things that kind of float around, little machines. Were those? Do you know if you or anybody saw? Were those doing anything while they were sleeping?
So yes, I was informed that they are possessions of his.
Yeah.
They did not leave his side. Does that make sense? I'm talking like they're a thing. Are they alive? Are they?
Uh, arguably,
Yeah.
we can treat like it's just magic, Magic be magic's always doing weird
I
things.
no. I'm sorry. I really don't know. I get that it's something familiar for you and your friends. I I use herbs and salves and bandages and
No,
stitches and other things. And
No,
But
that's
Joel,
perfectly fine. I was just hoping if, even in the vaguest terms, you could maybe just describe what you saw, what they were doing, and then I
one,
can try and decipher it's out of the ordinary.
one of them, the one that looks of glass, of like woven glass, it was sparking at times.
Ah,
They remained around him. We could not separate him from them. They did not impede or get in anyone's way, but we could not pull them away from him. He moved, they moved. We dragged him, they followed. Is that normal?
yeah, that bit's normal. Yeah, they do not leave his side. The sparking though, I'm trying to remember. Ah, Adam, that's out in the ordinary, right?
Yeah, that's out of the ordinary.
Okay, okay. They usually, I feel like we'd point that
That
out. Like,
that would be because of you guys talked about it. That would probably be the visual manifestation of the broken engine messing with the telepathic bond and all that stuff.
ah, okay, okay. So the woven glass one, yeah, yeah, it's definitely abnormal. The other one was just kind of doing its weird little spinny thing.
They orbit around your friend. I don't. If
Okay,
that is normal, then yes,
okay, it's a normal day then. No, no, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you for that.
indeed. Um. So your friends will likely need to eat something, as they did not eat much for the day. Is everyone awake and well? And should I bring food for? Is it 6 of you?
Uh, yeah, it's 6. Karos, we got time for food, right? Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Probably
yeah.
help with our
I mean,
recovery.
if we
It's
want to.
nothing special. It's green lentil stew with some preserved meats, but it got everything that your friends will need. And he
Yeah,
says, looks at Carlos. He's like, that you'll need.
perfect. Then yeah, once we get everybody around for a meal, I'll go hunt down the other two in a minute, and then we'll all be back together as a group. We probably wouldn't stick around too much longer. We're planning on heading back to the bar to wind down there, the
Oh,
Bucket Meds.
uh, very well. I will take note of where we'll be able to find you.
Actually,
Uh,
we probably discussed during the meal when I don't remember our start time tomorrow, but one of us does.
Oh, it was like 9 or something.
Mm,
so one of the unveilers that's playing cards is, oh, yeah, you're supposed to meet Ofuma for uh, council guard duties in the morning.
that's the thing. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, anywho, and then he plays another card down. They're playing while you guys are talking.
All right. We'll probably talk a little bit during the meal and figure that out for sure. But current plan, we're probably gonna head back to Bucket Meds.
Well,
But
my
yeah,
instructions were not to keep you here if you wish to leave. However, I would suggest returning either. Well, I wouldn't be here because I'll take my things and get back to the college. But if anything strange was to happen this evening, or someone starts feeling ill, or he'll start listing signs, headaches, nausea, blah. Do your best to get over to the clinic over at the College of Healing. Uh, we'll at least have someone that is made loosely aware that there might be people coming as a precaution.
gotcha. Okay. I
He says,
appreciate the watch on that.
physically, I cannot find anything wrong with your friends, and being told about all the magic you guys dabble with, I can kind of set aside the saltwater aspect of what happened.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that bit out too. But like you said, physically, everybody seems fine so far. We're just kind of putting pieces together and yeah, monitoring that everybody is thoroughly okay still.
Very well. The only thing I would stress is gather your friends, eat a meal before you leave, and then I will update my notes on this case.
Thank you, thank you. All right, I think I'm gonna go search for the other two in a couple minutes. Carlos, did you have anything else? Uh, Pathfinder?
No, I think we. I think everything I needed to know from them was conveyed earlier. Thank you all for your care. It's been a confusing day.
You can say that again.
You're welcome. It is my duty to care, their duty to keep this place functional. Uh, but you know that. You guys are friends here. Uh, yeah, go. I'll have the food sent to the room, and then doctor says you're free to go.
All right. Thank you very much.
Or
As soon as we leave the door frame, I didn't realize how hungry I was until he mentioned food. This is gonna be good. I don't care what it is. I need this.
uh, now, if you and Carlos are looking for Davis and Cielo, you guys are welcome to do that. If you guys would have backtracked, you guys would follow the direction that you heard the footsteps going. I would open up the courtyard at one point, and you would see at that point Davis would have been looking up at a tree off to the distance, like from afar, far away from you guys, and he's talking to someone or something in the tree.
Oh God, he's talking to trees again.
uh, you guys can give me perception checks, and from there we'll see if we'll say that you guys didn't interrupt. But go ahead and give me a perception check.
Nice.
25.
Yeah, you see him talking to Cielo in a tree.
Oh, there is a bunny up there.
Yeah,
That's our buddy.
yeah, that's your buddy.
Buddy's wearing a beret.
And then, yeah, so just to keep it kind of in sync, you guys would have stepped back to the room, and then 5, 7 minutes later, Davis and Cielo would have showed up. And,
Hey.
well, as everyone is there, Davis and Cielo, there's heavy clay bowls. You can see like the steam coming off of them. Yeah, as mentioned, it's like a green lentil stew with some dried preserved meat, just to make sure you guys eat something. Not bad.
Yeah, I'll tuck in.
Hey, y'all are just in time for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even realize they'd bring it. I thought we'd have to go to mess to go get it, but
My kind of surprise.
yeah. Turns out sleeping all day can still make you hungry, I guess? It's weird. Body's gotta eat.
So with that, you guys eat. You guys can have a discussion if you wish, or we can move to the next thing. I know there's Karos has a desire to leave. What would be the group consensus of what is next? And also, hi Ben. Saw you jumped in a while ago.
Hello.
So,
So
I mean, I guess we go back to our quarters nap, I guess, because like I mean we've slept a lot already, but we still probably need to be good for a full day tomorrow. But up in the morning and then back to where we are.
Okay. So, walking down out of the Lyceum district, back down towards Bucking Mads. Going through the back stable.
Yep, she's one tough broad. Let's go.
Yeah, the haystacks are moved. You're able to go down. Uh, there's, there's still there's a number of people at this point. I would say there's about 12 to 15 other individuals down here, not counting the few individuals that are actually working. As Rock, as you head down, um, a few people seem to recognize you and kind of, are you okay? Hey, are you okay?
If CJ's awake and around. CJ.
Fine if not.
Alright, yeah, if he's sleeping, good for him.
Yeah, they're just, you guys kind of see them kind of approach, the group would see, and there's just a, sorry, had uh, an air genasi like individual that seems to be in light garbs and has a heavy metal chain around their neck with with a symbol of a cloud being kind of pushed along with the. You can almost imagine like it's a cloud being pushed by the breeze, and their companion is a little halfling with you would almost mistaken him for like a miniature dwarf. He's got a big beard, a little bit stocky, but definitely a halfling. Um, I, look, it's good, and they're just kind of talking to Rock. It's good to see you on your feet. I'm glad nothing bad happened. Uh, we didn't know exactly what was wrong with you, so, but someone here said that you had friends up in the Alabaster, so I hope they treated you well. To get you a drink? You spilled yours this morning,
Let's say if Rock
and I
seems
was
like he's not engaging, then Davis will step in and be like, no, he's fine. But thank you. Thanks for looking out. Appreciate it.
yeah, you were his friends? Okay, cool. Yeah, that was really weird. His face just went, and he goes up to a table and just slams the table. Glad he's okay. I should get out of your way now.
Yep.
Sorry. He kind of steps back. Yeah, as you do. The gray-skinned Dorigar barmaid is still here working, as well as a male minotaur and uh, an elven individual are three working down here this evening. But the Dorigar will recognize you. He's like, oh, hey, well, I held your rooms, so they weren't cleaned or anything, but they're all yours.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, do you guys need anything? Is he gonna be okay? Cause that was weird this morning.
Yeah, we all had a bit
Yeah,
of a day.
just had to catch up on sleep is all. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was some deep sleep. Tell you what,
Oh yeah.
I thought maybe we poisoned him or something, but okay.
What, you wouldn't know?
That was
Hmm. Hmm.
okay. One, I'm told he can drink a lot. Two, he didn't drink a lot. Three, he went face first into the table, and he was out.
It's tough.
He was out.
Eh,
Splashed water on him. We put smelling salts in his nose. Out. And then his orbs, high orbs, and she kind of waves at him. They were just like sparking around him and stuff. It was kind of scary. Okay. I guess he doesn't want to talk much. Okay. Your rooms are your rooms. They weren't cleaned up. If you need anything, Tyler here, and she points to the mentor, he'll be staying up late tonight. He's got the pit. So, need anything, just ask him.
Just
Okay?
make sure we're all up and about. I don't know. Sunset or sunrise.
Sunrise?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. When you hear a loud thumping on your door and an angry bull on the other end, that'll be Tyler.
Perfect. Thanks for pulling the rooms.
Of course. You guys have a good night.
Thanks.
So, as you guys are able to, you're able to go to your rooms. You're able to kind of
Jeffrey, are
decompress.
we all individuals or did we double up? I don't actually remember.
With all individuals this
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Wow.
I will say, even though you guys didn't air quotes do much, y'all are all fatigued and tired still.
Yeah.
So surprisingly enough, unless if you want to argue with me, it's pretty easy to fucking fall asleep. It was a day.
There's probably a few minutes of like, man, what if something bad happens? But then you're just so tired, you're just blink and you're gone.
So is there anything anyone wants to do either individually or as a group before they, I say you guys fall asleep and we roll for morning and stuff like that? Karos refuses to sleep. He becomes a night vigilante, yada yada. Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I
Hell
gotta
yeah.
get a mask.
I'm Batman.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's
Who
a
could it
school
be?
where you can get it.
I'm Catman.
My arch nemesis, Batwoman.
Oh,
So the only thing that I can remind my players, I don't know, Ben, if there's anything that you particularly wanted to do in the evening. I know you were trying to contact Mort a few times. I don't know if there's any follow up on that you had in mind.
Not
Oh,
right now. The only thing is, what is the thing on Karos and I, that squiggly line with the one?
Exhaustion.
oh, that's not,
Which I don't think you actually do
How
have.
did I get it?
I think we none of us have it anymore.
yeah, which might be fine. Yeah, you just need to remove it.
Okay, I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
So,
No, there's
That's the tadpoles. They're squiggly tadpoles.
yeah, it's
Damn it!
it's Ceramorphosis.
BG3 all over again.
So if you under your character portrait on your character sheet, there's or there's actually 6 little circles. Those are the levels of exhaustion. You can just uncheck the left one; it'll take it off.
all right. So with that, you guys are able to find comfort in your 6 individual rooms within Buckingham. You can hear the ever slight, sounds and rumors and thuds and bumps from the actual main bar above, as there are activities in the night, but not like anything to keep you awake. We can go ahead and let everybody go to sleep. Uh, I was gonna do something with rock and pebble, but I'll do that later. So if you guys want to take a long rest, and you guys can roll your recharges, you can unlock whatever hit dice you need to unlock from your baleful claw, yada yada, blah blah blah. Reprep the spells and pick the calendar over to the next day. Someone's got their divine intervention back, I think.
ah, I forgot to ask last session about dusk, but I'm guessing we passed dusk and I can recharge that thing.
Yeah.
My
we
fish
were asleep
talisman.
at dusk. I'm pretty sure, or like just waking up at dusk.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
he's a
shit,
wise
yeah.
man.
Owl's wisdom is so good. It's like one of the best ones.
Yeah, so please go ahead and do your recharges. I know I need a Nirvana die. I need
For the most part, recharges should reset with long resting. But I
Yeah.
think if some are set to like recharges at dawn or dusk, then those I think don't really change. So you may have to be careful of those.
Yeah. Yeah, so Karos needs to see how many hit die he gets back.
So one up to 3, I
One of
guess.
them back. He still has a -2 to all healing that he receives because the Baleful Claw is a fickle thing.
Is that new?
I mean, no, it's always been. Any hit die that he has reserved, he reduces healing by that amount reserved.
Oh.
I thought I just didn't get him back.
You didn't get him back, but you also didn't get healed by that much. Wait, did I not? Let me make sure I'm not mixing it up with
I
another
was gonna
item.
say that is the very first time I've.
So I don't think
Oh,
I
I
did
was
that.
looking at a different item. Sorry, I was looking at a different item. Sorry.
I was like, dang.
Good luck out there, Karos.
Good looking. No, sorry. I was not trying to. Yeah, my bad.
It makes sense from a balance standpoint, but yeah, I don't think that would have been revealed yet.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a 7, a 19, and a 10 for the portents. So probably a 7 and 19, I guess. Yeah, my bad, Carl. Sorry, I forgot. It was a different item.
So I was just like, God, I've read that up quite a few times.
No.
It's crazy that I had missed it that many times.
Nope, it's always said the other thing. Always.
No, it does lock them away. For some reason, I had an idea for an item that when it locked it away, you also, for each one locked away, it does stuff either beneficial or negative. If that makes
Ooh.
sense. But yeah. All right. So we need to know what the engine is set to. We need to know what the Nirvana die is. I trust you guys to do your spells.
If anybody wants that +1 locus, now might be a good time to have done that.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Do
maybe.
Do I roll 4 portent dice now, and or is it just...
Oh yeah, you got. Wait, did you get your final feature? Then yes.
Oh no,
So,
but wasn't there a little while where I was rolling and or was I always supposed to?
yeah. So yeah, your boon from the mentor lets you roll an additional. So you roll the normal amount of. Essentially, yeah, you roll an extra one, but essentially what it is, you roll your portent dice and then you re-roll one, and then you pick which. Oh. So yeah, essentially you roll one extra, but mechanically it's you roll them, and then you pick which one you want to re-roll, and then you re-roll that one, and then you pick from your new lot.
Okay. Up to 7, 8, 9,
7, 8, 9, 10. Got it.
7, 8, 19.
Got it. And then D10 for your broken engine, por favor. And Karos is a 15 today for the Nirvana. Okay. I trust you guys to track them somewhere, even if it is just in the Discord chat with you guys. Might be easier. All right, nice. Okay. So yeah, it's officially 2nd of Mentra. AKA Ben's got his divine intervention back day. Woohoo!
It only took 19.
Yeah. Hey, I cannot pace you guys quickly. The way I pace you guys quickly is time skipping. I'm like, all right, we've been doing this too long. Skip.
Get moving.
Skip.
You've got a beard now. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right, divine intervention. I want to go back 1 week.
Oh,
Yeah, you can roll it if you want.
Oh no.
You declared it. You have to roll it. No, okay.
1 week
Okay.
is like 3 levels. Calm down.
All right.
So we all have to D-level 3 times and look. That'd be a pain in the ass.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It's like, God damn it, Ben. All right. With all that being said, so we got Owl's Wisdom, we got our Portents, we got this, we got that. The masks are recharged, the blahs recharged, the +1 or the +1 to attack and damage rolls for a weapon that does not already have a +1. Where is that going? Anyone claiming it?
I mean, I'll take it.
I'll use it.
You guys decide. It can either go Staff of Bonking or the Flail of Destruction.
Doesn't matter to me if the flail of destruction wants it destroyed things. I'll
Carlson
bonk either way.
will be happy to have one additional attack and
Damage. Yeah.
potential or yeah, just damage.
Okay. Yeah, because yours isn't. Yeah, you have enough room, right? Because it's Baleful, Nirvana. That's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you have definitely enough room. Okay, so now your flail, as it, you can take the loci, and then the Cielo's bow no longer has the loci that was doing literally nothing, and it's part of the flail now. So your flail goes up another rarity, and now you get to change all your weapon attack macros or whatever you have.
Well, for that, you can literally just make your Well, there's a magical thing on where's your flail? Baleful flail. Let me edit. So there's a box on the details. If you tick magical for under weapon properties, it'll have another one appear that's like, what's your magical bonus, and then you just put in one.
Ah.
And then that'll auto do the damage, and yep, perfect. And then if you want the locus, you can literally just drag it off of Sailor's sheet onto yours, I think.
Steel Cielos.
Well, he'll have to remove it, but it will give you a copy of his, I believe.
I guess you could have it.
I'm imagining Karos doing the Skyrim sneak and going over to Cielo's weapon and boop.
Yoink!
Hidden.
Yeah, exactly.
Hidden.
The little eye closes.
Caution. Caution. Hidden.
Wait, just put a barrel over my head while I'm sleeping. I won't know a thing.
Just hide under a cardboard box.
Insta kill. Gibbed.
Which locus am I?
Of +1 weapon.
Okay.
He gone.
I'm just gonna delete it.
He's already got a copy, so yeah, you're good.
Okay, good.
And if anybody ever loses any of their weapons, they should all be in the magic items compendium. So.
Good, good.
Speaking of magic items, did we figure out about the spell resistance item we had?
Spell. Oh, the cloak, the mantle of spell resistance or whatever.
Yeah.
No
Does
one's
somebody
using it.
actually have that? Does someone want it?
What is it? I assume it makes you resistant to spell damage, but like, is it?
Oh yes,
bonus
Rock
on
has.
something, or-
If no one has it on their person, when you guys were dealing with the Tephra Shell and you dealt with the cultists, one of them had a mantle of magic resistance, which gives you advantage on saving throws against spells and magic effects. No one, from my knowledge, is attuned to it. I know that, and I think, and this is a question I had for you, Carlos. You have a +1 cloak of protection. Do you remember where you got that one from? Just for my notes. Is that Davos's
I think it was.
cloak? I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
I don't remember off the top of my head. It was during our big. Let's see here.
I thought it was in the choke, like when we were.
I thought, yeah,
Oh
If
yeah.
choke, then it's Davos's, right? Okay, cool. So.
Yeah, items left by Davos was the combat jack,
Uh-huh.
meteoric filings, and the cloak of protection.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, cool. That gives me notes for something. Cool. Alright, so as the morning comes around, you'll start to hear the thuds on the. I was told to wake you up. I'm going to the next room.
Thanks.
I was told to wake you up. I'm going to the next. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Their wake up call.
So as you guys are waking and getting prepared in the morning for your event, Clara, did you hand out the things, or do you still have all 6?
Yeah, I think when we get back to the to thing, and we were and they were setting up a wake up call to be like, these were gifts from the right before we all passed out. Uh, everybody needs to have them on for official duty, but he said that there's nothing wrong with wearing them out and about if we are looking to essentially ensure that we're taken seriously if we were to, conduct any business or seek any audiences with folks. Kind of one of those things like, do you wear your full field dress when you're in the military when you're not on duty or not? You can, but if you're just wearing it to the bar, it kind of loses its. You start wearing it out, I guess. But yeah.
So as he presents it to you guys in that evening or this morning, yeah, so all of you have tabards that were cut and fit for your different sizes and equipments. As mentioned, when Carlos and Cielo saw them, they are split down the middle vertically. One side, gotta look at the flag, gotta think where it is. The left-hand side is a deep green color. The right-hand side is a pure white color. On the white side is a crest of it's a crest that you guys haven't necessarily seen before. Karos was told that that's Ofuma's crest. It's a Chambers crest. He is known as I have the note here, but I clicked on the item page, so I lost where his official title is. He is known as, it's the cataloger's crest. He's the cataloger of information. That is his actual council member title. And then, so on the white is his crest. On the green is the verdant flower, the golden leafed flower. Otherwise, it's very clean, very elegant. It has some styling and trim around it. Very nice tabard. Probably pretty expensive, actually. They look very official. You put all those over your armors and on the exterior. As you step out and gather, all that you know is you're supposed to meet Ofuma after you've had breakfast in the Lyceum District.
All right.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yep. Let's grub up and shove out.
Yep.
I'll waste a little bit of time trying to decide that he has to ditch his cape to wear this properly, and he goes back and forth a couple times, and he doesn't. Hopefully, somebody's just like, hey, come on.
Something, Karos, of note is when you are putting on your tabard, in your room, kind of looking yourself over, kind of look official. When you go to put your cloak on, it's already there. You don't necessarily remember putting it on. Kind of strikes you a little odd.
Say that again. So
When you put your tabard on, the last thing you were gonna do is put your cloak and kind of pin it on the shoulder, right?
Mhm.
So up on the exterior. You don't remember putting it on, but it's already on. You can give me a Arcana check if you wish.
Whom?
Karos. $13. Yeah. You're gonna want to ask somebody about that cloak, man. You gotta. Your whiskers are a tingling.
Okay. I'll finish getting ready and head down.
Gotcha. So as you guys grub up, getting whatever you kind of simple things to eat in the morning. Something hearty would be like, a thick porridge and something to drink. Some preserved fruit. Well, actually, it's spring, not preserved fruit. Some fresh fruit. Uh, and then as you guys depart, heading up out of the Bucking Mads all the way to the Lyceum District. When you guys are approaching the Alabastras, you will see Ofuma being flanked by three of his contingency. Sorry, I just wanted to find something. I can't find it. Being flanked by three of his contingency, and he greets you with a warm smile in the morning. He's still got an apple in his hand as he's kind of crunching and walking towards y'all. Good timing. Good morning. You guys ready to be official today?
Yeah.
Ben's gonna look at Ofuma and go, "Is this normal or expect battle?" And I'm kind of pointing to everybody that's here because I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Right.
You will be okay. I would hope no one would want to fight today. This is more just ceremonial and trying to keep, you guys all looking kind of unified and people can identify you as with me. And you can see he's wearing the same tabard, as are his the three other individuals with him. So you are all dressed in that. So this is just so that our diplomatic friends can easily identify you as my council guard. We will be, doing boring diplomatic things today. You guys excited? Ha ha ha! And he takes another bite of his apple.
Not really,
Whoa!
Diplomatic.
but happy to help.
Ben looks at Cielo. Don't get bored.
He overhears you and he says, "Trust me, we will all be bored. This is
Yeah, no, he means something else when he says that.
okay. Gotcha. Gotcha." He starts to, the gears start falling into place. Okay. Well, in short, I will not shoot. We will be babysitting our diplomatic friends. We will be showing them parts of our city, and we will likely be departing for somewhere that they wish to go see. That is up to them. However, as mentioned previously, thank you very much. You are my clout. You are my spectacle. You are, well, we're going to have fun having local heroes be part of the council guard for the next month or so. So enjoy the privileges that come with it. Obviously, you've earned them. I'm very pleased to be able to bestow them upon you officially. And yeah, let's go be bored together.
Can't wait.
I look at Cielo.
What? What did I do? I didn't do anything yet.
Yet.
At least he's honest.
I'm gonna pull out a bell. No make, put on.
Not the bell.
You know what,
Whatever.
Ben knowing damn good and well if he wanted to silence that bell, he would.
Yeah. It's Ben lying to himself just to make himself feel better.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Completely empty threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's perfect, Ben, because you know as soon as the bell stops ringing,
That's when
true.
it's up to no good.
True. Very
it's
good.
like, whenever he stops, it's when he starts sneaking. That's when he, like.
It's like when I stop hearing the ring, you're like, where's Cielo?
As if I couldn't just take off the bell. Come on.
So, well, as you guys kind of walk through the city, heads will turn because you are escorting a council member with your official garbs on through the city. And as you guys leave the Lyceum district, entering into the Petal district, into the central Ever Market, you still see that theme of the blues and the whites kind of catering to the fact that this, you have the diplomats from the Cerulean Kingdoms coming, are here. You have people that are merchants, air quotes, selling things from the Cerulean Kingdom, and all that, kind of trying to take advantage of the energy within Whitlaw right now. And you guys are heading, essentially along a guided path where the Fuma knows where he's going, and his three regular council guard know where they are going. As you guys are, walking, as the heads turn, as mentioned, some people will, call out and cheer, like, to Ofuma, saying, "It's good morning, Ofuma!" And, he seems to have a positive reception within Whitlaw for the most part. But people are still kind of keeping their distance, trying not to get in the way of anything official. As you guys are heading to the eastern corner of the Evermarket, you will see a group that has gathered. They are wearing similar attire to what you are. However, rather than green, theirs are blue on the other side. And they are clearly individuals that are here with some of the diplomats from the Cerulean Kingdom. And as you guys get closer and get an eyesight of everyone, some of the individuals will start to look familiar, and I actually managed to find decent enough tokens for these people. As mentioned, and the first time when you guys were under Rock's Seeming and you guys went to the tournament grounds, these three individuals seem to be the main diplomatic entourage here. The first individual is a merfolk female. The second individual, I'm actually not zooming in. Please do the thing. My keyboard off. Turn my keyboard off because of cats. There you go. So, merfolk diplomat. The elf looked to be more on the military side. And water genasi female that's accompanying them. Introductions will be made. Now, as the two groups gather, some other individuals of note within the contingency of the Cerulean Kingdoms, there is about equal number to y'all, either diplomats or guards. One of the, you would think is a guard, is a massive individual, 9 feet plus in height. You can see that a lot of extra fabric had to go into making his tabard. He seems to be either like a half giant or an ogre or something. Kind of just interesting to see someone of that stature in such a position. It's really the only one that really stands out in like a sword thrown. And Al, as you're kind of looking through, seeing people's faces and all that, the water genasi looks a little familiar to you. Once introductions start, Ofuma will, you'll see his big smile and energy on his face, and puts his hands together, and he says, Miss Palewater, Mr. Glassblade, Keiko, what a wonderful morning to see everybody here. I hope you were able to eat well, take in the Evermarket well this morning. How is everyone doing? Have you made a decision on where we will start today? Kendra, Miss Keiko, the Water Genasi will say, you have quite an impressive market, as it has always been. I believe we did come to a consensus, isn't that right, Lucas? Lucas, the elf, cracks his knuckles and Yeah, yeah. We know where we want to go. Want to make sure it's okay with, we kind of want to leave the city. Is that okay? I don't know if I was like, leave the city? What's on your minds? And the merfolk, she'll say, well, I would imagine that some of these individuals with you are the ones that you brought up in our previous meeting. I'm going to take a gander and say that those two off to the left are not part of them because I've seen them before. And that one's standing far too straight and proper. He can't be part of it. So, are you six the Crass Menagerie? Is that right? I know from a well, that's correct. Kind of looks to you guys. And kind of, you guys can talk. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. No, this is weird. That's us. Yep.
Well,
How did you hear of us?
um, local heroes, right? We hear of tales and things you've done, and we wanted to make sure that we at least got to meet you and spend some time with you. And well, I for one want to, I don't know, see how much of your story has been exaggerated. And Lucas says, I bet about half of it's been exaggerated.
I mean, it's hard
And
for us to tell till you tell us what stories you've told or been told.
that's where it's going to be a fun day. Or a week. She smiles.
Yeah, we could go that long.
Well, that's where our decision is. Afuma, as the council member, we would like your approval. And as you will be taking us and protecting us with some of your finest local heroes, we want to see the aftermath of what happened to the south of here. And it feels, and her tone kind of changes a little bit, it feels like your friends here might give us some intimate details. To the south, you
Well,
want to go to,
yeah. Is
go ahead.
she talking about Green Hill, or what's left of it?
She smiles. Sharp, exactly.
Oh, I'll look at Fuma. Davis feels like he might have screwed up.
No,
Okay.
it's very well. Journey, you sure diplomats and won't be a waste of your time. They all kind of look at each other. Fuma, we've been coming here for decades. If not us, then our predecessors. Whitlaw grows, Whitlaw changes, our trades stay the same. The festival will go on, we'll have our ceremonial tournaments as needed. We do not need to be cooped up in a buildings for weeks on end. Let's have a little fun. Let's see your fields. I know Kendra, when we get back, will continue her negotiations for Plains Cows. And you will continue your requests for access to some of our libraries. And it goes on and goes on. We're in a time of peace. We're in a time of being friends. Please don't bore us to death with your city.
Actually, Davis will snort, like audibly snort.
Sorry, those last few lines, those were Kendra, right?
Yes. No. The last few lines, please don't. That was again. It's not Kendra. It's Well,
Flashblade,
it's the dwarf. It's the dwarf.
the elf.
The merfolk. He seems to be the one that's speaking the most.
Okay.
Palewater. Okay, she's yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry for introductions of whom I sets in case we had not properly meant. I present to you title of diplomat, Miss Palewater, and then she kind of takes a bow. Briannia, if you will be traveling together. So Briannia, Palewater, pleasure to meet you. And he goes over to the other lady. This is lovely trader and treasury for the Cerulean Kingdoms. This is Kendra Keiko of the Red Reef Isles. And she smiles, and you can see her hair is adorned with beautiful shells and pearls and everything of that nature. And this, well, this fella right here is Lucas Glassblade. He is one of the sea captains for from Tide's End, one of their military forces. He is responsible for their protection, and we are responsible for their protection. So, essentially, he's sort of your boss in this endeavor, as am I. Please listen to him. He just grins. So yeah, the names are Berenia Palewater, she's the diplomat. There's Lucas Glassblade, he's the elfin captain. And then there's Kendra Keiko. I'll put the names in Discord for you guys here a second. And she's the head of trades and treasury for this really. So, yes. So how long will it take us to go down to the Reuben? Anyone?
I'm waiting to look at. I'm looking at our spellcasters.
I look
and
at
Afuma.
I look at Al.
I'd look
Well-
at Afuma.
Right.
Well, getting
Both.
getting back's a piece of cake.
I
Getting
don't know
there.
Fuma, so I look at Al.
Do you guys remember, or do I need to kind of remind you how long it takes?
I think
Oh
it's
my!
3. It's either 3 or 7.
Well, the reason I'm looking at Afuma is because I'm trying to gauge whether or not I presume that I would have presumed that he would not have mentioned this necessarily, teleportation to them.
Okay, no.
But
Yeah,
I also don't know how close he is with these people. Like they're allies, but like, are they
Yeah.
thick as thieves allies, or are they like,
They're
oh,
trusted allies, or
you're the trade allies that I just kind of like you guys better than some
Yep.
of the others.
I can give you a quick insight check if you want. Get you, and I'll give you a look, and we'll go from
I
there.
would like the same, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, thank you, Owl's wisdom.
I keep hearing Owl's wisdom. Like that doesn't exist. I don't know why you're thinking me.
22 for David.
Oh, that was a 20
And
on my
I'm
screen.
going to use a tactical.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
So add on.
D10 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, are you kidding me?
are you kidding
All right,
me?
13.
You're trying too hard to read into it.
Meow.
Meow. So 13 for Karos, but a solid 22 for Davis. There's definitely an air of not everything has been told. They definitely are friends. You can tell that this group, they've probably been interacting with each other for years and years and years. So there's a sense of yada yada. Let's get through the formalities and let's just kind of be,
Yeah,
friendly.
I'm trying to read, like, is it they're pushing to see how much he'll give? Like, is it a sort of negotiation that they're doing?
Everything's always a negotiation.
Yeah, but I mean, is it like a good faith one, or are they kind of pushing it?
Oh, pushing it lightly at best.
Okay.
There's nothing for Afuma to lose. Let's put it that way.
Like, he wouldn't be like, I can't believe they're asking this. What the hell? Like.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So for context, you've kind of picked up. They're here for at least a month.
Okay.
What do for a month?
So like a little week trip would be fine.
Yeah, as long as they're protected and safe, and
Right.
this is a chance. And Ofuma, you can kind of pick up on his opens. Like, this is fine. They can. He'll be happy to leave with you guys, or he'll stay behind. You'll get to meet the Crass Menagerie. Crass Menagerie gets to represent Ofuma, whatever. He's like, whatever.
So they're flanked by similar numbers, right? Like we have probably like 8 to 10, including us, with us, and then they have similars with them.
There's you and 3 more, and then Ofuma. So it's a total of 10 for you guys.
Gotcha.
And then for them, it's about a total of 8.
Okay.
These 3, and then they're flanked by 5.
If I size them up, they look capable.
The giant guy will probably physically crush you into the ground with a sneeze.
Oh, that's true.
He's massive. The other ones, they seem, capable. They seem normal. They are.
But do any of them have 2 things floating around their heads?
No.
Checkmate. Checkmate, we win.
None of them have 2 things floating around their heads. But they are all, within appropriate attire, and they all have, equipment and gear. They are ready to protect and defend, right? They have a job.
Think, since you said equipment and gear, can we tell if they have high quality gear, maybe magical items?
Magical, you might need to get closer to examine. I mean, there might be some basic magic items, right? But definitely well forged gear, or well traded for gear, or well, maintained gear. The large individual, the one that's like 9 feet plus, his armor is, while it is decorative and ceremonial, and it is kind of, not heavily ceremonial, but it does have some flair to it. It is mostly covered by their tabards, but it looks nice. It looks good. It looks like the equivalent, when you say like a royal guard, these people look like they're royal guards. If that makes sense.
Okay.
What's Rock, if you're here, what is the third eye usually set to? I'm just curious. If not, Adam, do you know?
I think it's dark vision unless he tells me otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it as my note. Whenever I play him, it's dark vision unless I stated otherwise.
Okay.
Oh. Well,
Oh yeah, so
I
the
look
question was
forward.
still standing, right? Like nobody has answered the question yet, right? How long it's gonna take?
Well, Ofuma will say, well, we shouldn't take us too. I mean, you guys have your own carts and beasts of burden, so if we leave within the next hour, 6 to 7 days, it's a week's worth of travel to get down there. Makes it a lovely trip. Beautiful countryside.
Indeed.
We can move quicker through the evening, as you wish.
How much traffic? Like I would assume that this, festival here is gonna draw a lot of people. How long has it been going on?
A few days. It just kind of started with them arriving. So here, let me make sure the distances make sense. So Bullpine to Whitlaw is 4.5 days. Bullpine to Green Hill is 6 days. However, you can cut out that, so it's about a day less. And if you guys are traveling unimpeded on the road, yeah, I'd say at best you can make it down there about a week if you really travel. And I would say, as a group, you know how rare your ability to teleport is.
I mean, I'm
So-
not gonna lie, Davis is. It being rare makes Davis want us to do it even more, but
Especially since they were talking shit about the rumors.
yeah. So
That
yeah,
would shut them up real quick.
yeah. With that in mind,
moving closer.
I'll like beckon Afuma over to us real quick, just kind of speak, and Heshton was like, I mean, we can take a number of us there, basically instantly, but I don't know if that's something we want to let on.
It would reveal a very advantageous strategical advantage we would ever have should anything happen.
Is that
I would.
good? I don't know these things.
Al leans in and he's sweating profusely. I wrote down details about a circle there. I don't know if it still exists. we haven't tried it before.
No, Rock can take us there.
Oh, he's got the one. He's got the
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a dream. Okay. Now slowly, like,
No, we went to the jungle with it, remember? And that was he'd never even really been there.
okay.
Like Green Hill, we were there for months or weeks. I don't remember.
Many, many weeks.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Karos is gonna if Karos is close by, I think he's just going to sign to Davis and then again to Al. And just be like, perhaps that's better for emergencies only.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Erasing the hole only lasts as long until you draw it.
Wait, what?
Oh, ace in the hole. You gotta keep it in the hole. I don't know. I don't play cards, but I've heard it before.
I don't know. It makes sense. It makes sense. Then you dig up the hole when it's time. Yeah.
Then it's no longer the ace in the hole. It's just an ace out in the. Yeah. More of a dice guy.
Dice are great. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh. So I believe they will not be. How do I want to say this? They will not be upset on the road for a week, knowing that they are accompanied with stories, scenery,
Yeah,
and if they don't,
how much should we be letting on? Right? I mean, and should we be kind of laying it on thick, or should we just kind of stick to what the people have probably already heard?
stick to the truth, but leave out parts that leave out the parts that is an interesting way to say it. Leave out the part that would make you question reality. Teleportation being one of them. You guys killing a dragon, that's fine. That's part of the rumors that they've heard. You guys stopping a ritual, that's probably why they want to go see it. You know the tales that are said about you.
Not really.
Leave out
I
the
mean,
there.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, they clearly know there's magic amongst you. Perhaps they don't need to know how potent.
Okay. But like,
But I mean, if you want to show them your lava light glaive,
oh, it's already out. It's been out.
yes. But if you want to show them
Oh,
that's part
all the yeah.
he does with his hands, I believe that is fine.
Cool.
That might at least give us a day of something to talk about. He brings it up.
Okay.
You can see he's kind of taken aback. He's trying to in his mind. He's also trying to plan the logistics of.
Ofuma, do
Getting
you
down
want to
there.
hear some of these too? Because I wonder how much you know. I mean, we've told you some stuff, but
I know what the whispers have told me, and I know what you have told me. So
okay.
And
I believe
maybe-
everything.
Okay.
But it'll be fun to travel and talk.
Carlos kind of sidle up to Davis and be like, maybe be a little loose on like exact dates. You know, we get around pretty quick.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, if we talk about the choke and they really want to know when we went to the choke, maybe you bring up when we first went to the choke rather than like what 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Hey, you know what, Al? Maybe this is something for you. These are the stories that you can tell then.
Okuma will also kind of say, often saying, it's a blur. It happened, in the moment, things like that usually will skirt you by some degree of storytelling. Right?
Actually, wait. What was the meta magic? What was the meta magic today for the engine?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at
I
the engine. I think it was a
5.
5, right? So which is which?
Go to the engine. Oh, and we'll take a break here once we figure
Oh,
out.
it's heightened. So never mind. I thought it might have been extended.
He's more deadly than ever. All right, cool. So, Ofuma smiles with you guys, turns back to the group. All right. Well, I suppose that we should start heading our way toward the festival grounds to take some carts and supplies. It's going to be a journey. And then Lucas kind of grins as most of the supplies has already been taken care of. We knew you would say yes. You just, figured it would be proper for us to ask and correct for us to have escorts from the area. Uma smiles. You know us well. Very well.
Fuma, real quick before we head out. So actually, are we actually still in the the area near the Alabastras and stuff?
No, you guys are in the Evermarket.
That's right. We went to the Evermarket.
You guys are where Ofuma is.
Adam, are any of them wearing any? Sorry, go ahead.
Just yeah. Oh, Fuma, real quick. Do you have anybody that we could basically? They're holding rooms for us at Buckingham's, and obviously, if we're going to be gone for a week plus, they can let those go. I just wanted to make sure that they knew that. That's all. Do you have someone you could send for that?
Not a problem. I believe he'll turn to his regular 3. Like, well, we weren't planning for y'all to be stripped from duties, so I will message Opal, let her know that she's in charge till I return. She will be taking, my council does responsibilities. And tell her to shove her foot on the sovereign's throat whenever he complains. Don't know what that means. And then the 3 that came with him nod. They have responsibilities that they have to stay, but you guys don't.
Do any of the other people have any religious iconology, symbols, anything?
I can give me a religion check if you want.
Stop it.
We'll say that's like happening while you're walking and talking. At 20, yeah. I mean, sure. So maybe not necessarily like why is it, there we go. So Lucas, he's got an earring that you would say probably has some sort of tide, maybe like some draw from the wild in, but more on the water side. And then one of the other individuals that is with you, with them, has a long staff, and at the end of it, it's got the 11 pointed star, but it's sculpted in such a way that it looks like a starfish more than like the traditional star, but it's still got the 11 point. Probably we have one individual for sure, and Lucas maybe pulls a little bit from something.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys make it to the Silk Grounds, where the festival is, they were indeed prepared. They had things ready to go. There are multiple carts being drawn by beautiful steeds. powerful creatures that were, bred for this and likely, very protected in their bloodline. When you guys pull up to it, there's another group that's also there waiting. It's a contingency of about 4 other individuals that are kind of manning the area. They see you all approaching and they wave. Uh, all of them seem to be of a shorter stature, being gnomes and halflings. And Al, as your eyes kind of scan the group, you absolutely recognize one of the individuals.
Uh-huh.
And from there, we'll go ahead and take a break.